If you're anything like me, you get into a state where you're uninspired to draw or feel that anything you do draw is not good enough. So here are 3 things I do to get me out of that state. First thing I do is look at other people's art. It can be art that is like mine, art that is completely different, but seeing different techniques, whether it's just they use color differently, or they shade differently, or even anatomy, it's still enough to get me motivated to try something new. And you've probably heard the tip, try something new before, so this is just a way to do that. The second tip is to write down lists. I'm really forgetful, so whenever I get an idea to do a drawing, which is usually at like 3 a.m. when I'm just trying to sleep, I just write it down. So in those states where I'm feeling uninspired and that I don't know what to do, I just check this list and find something that I like. Obviously this doesn't help with the feeling that, you know, your art is bad or that it's just doesn't feel right, but still getting yourself to draw and having something, something that you came up with and something that you like can be helpful in that sense. The third thing I do is draw for other people. Now, this can be a bit tricky because 9 times out of 10 when I'm drawing for someone, I'm drawing it as a joke. So it takes 2 minutes and it's really bad and then I just send it off. But this is still good because I've still actually done a drawing. I'm still doing it. And, you know, usually it's not just one joke drawing, it's like 10. So I'm getting a little practice in. On the other hand, sometimes when I draw for people, like an art trade with a friend or whatever, then I usually put a lot of effort into it. I do several copies. One time I was commissioned to, well, I don't want to call it commission because I didn't get paid. I got requested to draw an album cover, and I drew it traditionally, I drew it digitally, and I don't even have a tablet, so that was a pain. And I drew it black and white and then in color, and what's important about this is that I didn't like the piece, it didn't motivate me, I didn't enjoy it, but I had the obligation to finish it quickly and send it off. And that in itself can be very important, even if you don't like the piece. Setting yourself a deadline or getting someone else to set a deadline for you is very good. Also, the good thing about drawing for people you know, or just other people in general, is that they don't know when you've hit a point where you don't like your art, and they'll still appreciate it. And getting that positive feedback can be enough to inspire you and keep you going. So, those were my 3 tips. Hope they were helpful.